Good day to you, great people. This is your friend PDA, and I am glad to welcome you to the episode 5 of the Common Sense from Proverbs series. So today we are going to be looking at a scriptural proverb, and quickly we are going to the book of Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 6. Well, I have made it easy for you. You'll find it up there. Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 6. What does it say? Go to the hands, thou sluggard. Consider our ways and be wise. Go to the hands, thou sluggard. Consider our ways and be wise. I took time to find out the meaning of sluggard, and my dictionary actually gave me very interesting answers. Well, the number one meaning of a sluggard is a lazy person. A lazy person, an idle person. But I found another meaning, and this one is actually very interesting, and I will tell you. A sluggard is a person who is slow to begin a necessary task. Someone who is slow to begin a necessary task. He knows the task is important. He knows he doesn't need anybody to preach how important the task is to him. He doesn't need anybody to tell him how necessary it is. He doesn't need anybody to tell him what is at stake. He doesn't need anybody to tell him that the task is very important. But he is usually slow to begin that necessary task. That is a sluggard person. And this scripture is for that kind of person. Well, you may be saying you are not a sluggard. But I think you should not make that conclusion yet. How many times have you done what you are expected to do, or what you know is necessary, without anybody spurring you into action, without anybody motivating you, without anybody having to wake you up from the bed, without anybody having to end the fantasies that has been keeping you lying in bed? How many times have you got up on your feet and do what is necessary? Go to the hands, thou sluggard. Consider our ways and be wise. Quickly, I have 5 important lessons for you today to learn from the hands. 5 lessons from the hands. The first one is that they work without external pressure. Ants have the ability to work without external pressure. If you read that passage a little bit downwards, you're going to see it. Go to the hand, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. They have no leader or ruler, and yes, they gather food during summer, and then when it is winter, they have something to eat. You see, they work without anybody, without any ruler, without any CEO, any manager, any director having to give them any pressure. They don't need anybody to threaten them with a sack letter. They don't need anybody to threaten them with overtime. They don't need anybody to set a target for them. They don't need anybody to threaten them with salary. Many workers out there will never do what is expected of them until the boss comes and says, if you don't complete this task, you are not closing. You will have overtime. If you don't complete this task, you will not be paid your salary. If you don't complete this task, you may be sacked. They need such kind of pressure to do what they ought to do. If you are that kind of person, you are a sluggard. But the hands are not sluggards. They work perfectly in the absence of pressure. You've got to emulate this from the hands. Many people have made it an habit and they see it as an advantage. They usually put it in their CV. They say ability to work under pressure. For me, I don't see that as much of an advantage. What if there is no pressure? Won't you work hard? Won't you do what is necessary without pressure? Anybody who always needs pressure, who always needs somebody to push him, somebody to pressure him before he gets something important done, that person is a sluggard, and you have to go to the hands and learn. They don't need external pressure to work. Learn this. Second lesson from the hands. The hands plan ahead. They plan ahead. When it is winter, you are always seeing them everywhere. You are always seeing their network. You are always seeing them on a very long line, endless line. They are trying to search for food, and when they find it, they gather it and store it up till winter. The ants usually plan ahead. Anybody who lacks planning, anybody who doesn't plan, anything that comes is what they do at the moment. Their life is momentary. There is no schedule of what to do today, tomorrow, next week, what to achieve this year. There is no goal, there is no plan. If you're that kind of person, you are a sluggard, and you have to learn from the hands. They usually plan for winter while it is summer. Planning, very important. What is the number 3 lesson to learn from the hands? The hands are organized. They are very organized. In their caste, you will see workers, you will see soldiers, very organized set of creature. The soldiers will always lift up their big mandibles. Mandibles are those, strong claws in their mouth that they use to bite people. They usually lift them up like this. They are soldiers. That is their AK-47. That is their ballistic missile. If you try to interrupt the workers that are carrying food right at the middle of the line, you will have a response from the soldiers. They will bite you mercilessly. Very organized. You have to be organized. If you are a type of person that you must always look for something before you can use it, you are not organized. You don't understand that? Anytime you want to go out, you must find the car key. And you look for it everywhere. You check the dustbin for it. You check under the chairs for it. You check the cupboard for it. Why? Because he doesn't have house. There is no location for it. If you are that kind of person, you are not organized. There should be a permanent location for everything. If you need something, you should know where you get to, where you should go to and reach for it and pull it out and have it. Many people, they are so organized. When you enter their offices, any file, any document, anything you need, even a data that has been entered 10 years ago, it will not take them 5 minutes. It will not even take them 30 seconds to get it. When they open their laptops, there is perfect folder for every document. They know where straight to go. If it is not there, then it does not exist. They don't have to begin to look for it everywhere. They are organized. You must be organized. A very important lesson to learn from the hands. Be organized. Number 4 lesson, perseverance. Ants do persevere. If they are carrying their food to that place and there is a stream or a river in between them and their destination, they will not turn back. They will find a way of getting to the other side. They will construct a bridge. I have seen very creative bridges constructed by ants. Before humans discovered bridges, ants have been constructing bridges for many years. Very, they do persevere. They don't just give up anyhow. They don't just turn back on their dreams anyhow. And you know, one thing is that perseverance leads to creativity. If you persevere, if you stay on the course, you have nothing like quit in your dictionary. You have nothing like give up among your options. The idea for creativity will come. You will just become creative on how to reach your goal, how to cross the obstacle to the other side. Ants usually persevere, and this has led them to creativity. If you have also learned to persevere, you will be creative. There is nobody who perseveres who is not creative. Perseverance leads to creativity. A very important lesson to learn from the ants. And lastly, for today, there is teamwork. Teamwork. There is nobody in this world who is so smart or so powerful or so knowledgeable that knows it all. There is no one, let me split it for you. There is no one who is so knowledgeable that knows it all. There is no one who is so smart that can have it all figured out. There is no one who can be so strong that can have it all done by himself. We all need one another. Before you can reach your goal, there is something from the other person that you need. There is a helping hand you need. There is a resource you need. There is an assistance you need. Find a way of building, a team that will enable the vision to be actualized. When you go to the hands, you will see the workers. The workers will not join the soldiers. The workers will not drop the food and stay with the soldiers looking up, lifting their mandibles. No, they have their assignment. They have their strength. They have their skill. They can carry the food from any point to any point. They will not get tired. That is their strength. That is their skill. They will not have fracture. They will not be tired. And the soldiers are there. Bullets never get finished in their rifles. They will always lift it up. They will never have any form of ache on their neck. 24 hours, 72 hours, they are there lifting up their mandibles on the guard, mounting guard, securing the workers that are carrying the food. Perfect teamwork. This is a very important lesson to learn from the hands. So, if you have been part of the class from the beginning, thank you for watching up until now. I want you to stay tuned. In our next class, we are going to be looking at a cultural proverb. And until then, I want you to continue to study the hands. There is still so much more to learn from them. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.